My favorite passion was always basketball. My favorite basketball player was Kobe Bryant. And so I always thought it would be so cool one day to get to play college basketball. And when I got the opportunity to walk on at Carolina under Roy Williams, I couldn't believe it. And neither should you, because it wasn't Carolina, it was Piedmont International University. And I only came in when we were up 20 or down 20 because the coach thought it was safe to put me in if we were up 20. I couldn't blow the lead that bad. And if we were down 20, it didn't matter if I went in. So, Henry, you're in. It was, had a good time. Big shout out to all my Piedmont basketball teammates. Coach, love you. And hey, here's the thing. I was 27 and they were 18. I mean, come on. When I was 18, I could have ran laps around them and dunked on them. But at 27, I'm sucking wind and I'm the last one down the court on suicide drills. Give me a break. Hey, it was fun. It was fun. I played college ball. I fulfilled my dream in life, just like Kobe Bryant. Well, kind of. You know, athletes will quote a Bible verse very commonly and misuse it, unfortunately. Philippians 4:13, you know what it says. I can do all things through Christ who strengtheneth me. And they use that verse to give glory to God. They write it on their shoes. They put it on their eyeshadow in football games. They'll get a tattoo about it. They'll use that verse in interviews. And they use it to give glory to God, which is a wonderful thing. But I wonder if that's what that verse actually means. That I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And so that's how I was able to accomplish my dreams in life, my goals in life, become a basketball player, a rocket scientist, a Hollywood actor. All things through Christ who strengthens me. Well, we know for sure that it can't mean that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me with a blank check, because we all have limitations. For instance, I mean, if I wanted to jump off of the Empire State Building with no parachute and survive, like I'm gonna fly in a wingsuit or something, if I wanted to do that, and right before I do it, I say, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, yippee! And I jump off of that Empire State Building, what's gonna happen? Well, it's not gonna be Christ that strengthens you, it's gonna be the pavement. I was never gonna make it to the NBA. There hasn't been a day in my life where I ever had a shot at making it to the NBA. I don't have the physique, I don't have the talent, I don't have the natural talent, the God-given ability. I was never gonna make it to the NBA. I have limitations, you have limitations. I wonder if you know what your limitations are. Proverbs 19:21 says this, many are the plans of man's heart, but it's the Lord's purposes that prevail. Guess what happens when your plans bump into God's plans? Your plans move. It's not a bad thing. It actually helps you to accomplish your goals when you realize you have limitations. There are motivational speakers out here today, and even preachers, who will tell you that you can accomplish all of your dreams, anything you desire. You can be anything you want to be. That's not true. And to find a really encouraging Bible verse and to misuse it doesn't help. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me works great for Steph Curry, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant to make it to the NBA. It would not work for me no matter how many times I quoted it. I have limitations. So if the verse doesn't actually mean I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me with a blank check, all things meaning all things, what does it actually mean? Well, in the Bible, just like a newspaper or movie, context always determines interpretation. It actually is irrelevant what you think the Bible means. What matters is what does the Bible say? And in this verse, It has nothing to do with accomplishing your dreams in life. For instance, in this passage, Philippians 4:13, Paul is in prison. Do you think that was Paul's dream in life? And that he's quoting this verse to tell you that if you try hard enough, you can end up in prison too? I hope he's got another purpose for this passage. What does Paul mean, Philippians 4:13? Well, if you just read the previous few verses, he tells you exactly what it means. Paul says that I have found the secret to life. Do you want to know what the secret to life is? Yeah, me too. I have found the secret to life, that I have been in abundance and I have been in need. And in both places, if I am to find contentment in Jesus, then I have found the secret to life, the secret. And, by the way, if you trust Jesus with your eternal salvation and your faith is in Him, why don't you trust Him now? That His plans for your life are good, even when they don't seem like it. This is comforting and discomforting at the same time, because every single one of you watching this right now would have written your life story a little bit differently. If you were given a blank piece of paper and asked to write your life story and it would come true, you would have added a few things. You would have taken a few things away. Some of you have found God in the darkness. Some of you have found Christ in prison like Paul did. Some of you have had a closer walk with God because of your tragedy, your trial, and your circumstances, and that is what brought you closer to Him. My prayer for us in this time is that if you are in the middle of that terrible circumstance, whatever that is, that you would turn to the Jesus who saves, and not only trust Him for salvation, but trust Him for daily living.